Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. With the COVID-19 pandemic and the fast transmittable Omicron variant upon us, the events and entertainment sector had to find some innovative ways to host events. The popular annual Buyel'ekhaya festival features artists such as Oskido, Moonchild and the likes, as well as Vocalist and Musiq, amongst others, was hosted by media personality Pearl. For more on the festival, we chat to members of Buyel'ekhaya Festival, Osa and Langa Mazwai. Very good morning to you both, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about this. Langa, let me start with you. Let's talk about having to have this event virtually at a time like this and still manage to, achieve some strides. Tell us about how you put it all together.
Good morning, Paul, and morning to all your viewers. This year was a bit more difficult, obviously due to the current pandemic. But, we decided to migrate from the traditional outdoor festival and move it into studio where we recorded it. But it turned out to be quite a brilliant end product. Performances were great. I mean, the creative treatment was just phenomenal. The responses the feedback we received was also really good. So it turned out to be quite positive.
Osa, here, very good morning to you. As Ulanga says, you had to migrate from traditional to in-studio. This festival has been lauded by, King's College London as well as Rhodes University as a shining example of how festivals will now be pivoted into a virtual platform. Just talk to us about some of the planning that goes into that, especially moving away from a traditional sense of the word festival.
Thank you very much, and I'm quite glad you've referenced what King's College London and Rhodes University had to say, because what we're forced to do last year, of course, is, as Langa has alluded to, the COVID-19 pandemic has shifted how we have to approach the events industry. And as Buyel'ekhaya, we thought it's very important as a brand to keep ourselves alive, keep ourselves relevant, and so on. So really a decision was made that to do that, given the current state of affairs, is that let's move on to the virtual platform. And last year we hosted it on Magic. And, some of the feedback on social media was that, DSTV is a paid-for platform. The Buyel'ekhaya brand at its heart has always been about inclusivity and including as many people as possible. That's why we price our tickets the way we do. And the people said that they wanted on SABC, which is obviously the public broadcaster. And we went to SABC and we said that, no, this is a festival. We do it with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. It's a public good. It's about social cohesion. It's about nation building. It's about celebrating our unique and diverse cultures and heritages in South Africa. And that's what we did. We went to SABC. We broadcast on SABC1 on the Day of Reconciliation. And that really is the story about, how we ended up being on that platform.
Langa, let's talk about the lineup and what went into the selection criteria when it comes to the artists that you chose to be part of this festival.
So what we actually wanted to achieve this year is what we usually do as a festival every year, is just have an amalgamation of, your different sounds which cater to different segments. So your youth is covered, your middle-aged, and also the elderly as well. So, I mean, this year we had Makhadzi, which, she's just, the performative energy and her voice, truly lives up to her title of being an African queen. She's, and then you have your Mlindo, the vocalist, your Afro pop and R&B, which appeals to actually both your older and younger audience. And then, of course, a legend and a don, your Oskido, who's a seasoned artist and producer, and he's crossed over many genres, but this year he, released some of his more youthful sounds and delivered some of your piano tracks. And then, of course, your mass music, who's, young, and he's got his finesse and, making huge strides. And then, of course, your Moonchild, who's loved for eccentricity and, delivers almost hypnotic performances, quite psychedelic as well. And then your Mthuda, who's just a king of piano at the moment, that mystic figure who's behind all of the country's current anthems, if I can call them that. So, yeah, it was just a combination of different sounds, and I think this year what stood out most was the fact that we more collaborated with artists than just hire them and have them do their job, because prior to the show, we actually got to sit down with them and go through some even unreleased music and, to handpick the best, sounds for our audience, the best music, and, tracks that would really get them off their seats and moving wherever they are in their sitting rooms. So yeah, it was really exciting, and I think we provided the best of the best.
Very well. We're going to have to leave it there for now. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Buyel'ekhaya Festival members Langa Mazwai as well as Osa speaking about this phenomenal event and how COVID-19 really shaped the manner in which it was presented this year.